Hello, Internet users. This is your friend Taylor, and I'm going to tell you about my first threesome. So let's take a step back real quick and set up the scenery, because you got to have good scenery in a story, or people don't know what the hell you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? So let's try and set the stage. Now, usually you could just say, I was at my house, or I was at my apartment, or I was at someone else's house or apartment or a hotel room. But nay, sir, this was at a train station. Now, train station, you're probably wondering, was this back in the 1800s? Was Woody's gamertag involved? And no, he wasn't. But I will tell you right now that it did involve a train station, a lead pipe, and Miss Scarlet. So no, I'm just fucking with you. So anywho, I was in this train station, and where it happened in the train station is even stranger. Now, the way it was set up is an old-timey train station. Out front, there were the tracks and everything, but once you got inside, it looked a lot more professional and a lot less. It was like they kept the outside looking old and shitty, so that you would be like, wow, trains, and then get inside, and it's like, what was the point of keeping the outside shitty if you're going to change the entire inside and all the formats in there? Whatever. But anyway, there was a room off to the side when you walked in, and my parents were there, and they were meeting up with a friend of theirs who also had children my age. And so they were all meeting up there. There's just a weird, group of people meeting here. I don't know why the hell we were at a train station, but we were. And so I go in and I see my mom's friend and these two other people, and it's this dude and his girlfriend, okay? And so I go up to this dude and we start talking and catching up. We were old friends, and his girlfriend starts talking to me, all right? And she's giving me the nasty eye, She's giving me this look up and down like, oh yeah, I'm attracted to you. She was with her boyfriend, so I was like, I don't really understand how to take this. And so we start flirting it up. We were all talking, all three of us, and then out of nowhere, they asked me to come check out this other room, right? So we're in this train station walking around looking at all the train stuff because, we all like trains. Who doesn't like trains? And we go into this other room where there's nobody in there. Don't even know what the purpose was. There's a huge table in the middle of it. And I said I had to go to the bathroom because I was getting really uncomfortable. So I went to the bathroom. I told them I'd come back there and meet them there, okay? So I go over to the bathroom, do my biz. Didn't even have to go. Just didn't want to be around. It was kind of awkward. Then walked back a couple minutes later, and they were both in the corner of the room. I had to kind of walk in and then turn to the left and see there was this huge table with a bunch of like old map-looking things laid out on top of it. And underneath the table, I could see that they were both under there making out, And this table, it's not like, don't picture them sitting under a freaking, coffee table or something. This was a big, big table, so it wasn't like they were just apparent. You actually had to look for them. And so I walk over there, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Trying to figure out what's going on, because I had no idea. And he starts telling me, he's like, oh yeah, we're just making out, It's pretty cool. We like it. Do you want to try? And he asked me, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then she was like, yeah, you got to try it. You got to try making out. Now, at this point in the story, it should be mentioned, that I am only 6 years old, okay? So I'm only 6 years old, and if that pisses you off and you think that the title was misleading because I strung you on this whole way, then screw you. I thought it was fucking funny. So I'm 6. That's why I have no idea what's going on. This dude is also 6, and his girlfriend's like 5, and they are making out hardcore. Like, this was my first experience seeing people making out, standing in this goddamn train station, looking under a dark table in this back room, while our parents caught up in the main room. And they were just going to town, and that girl really did ask me. She was like, do you want to kiss? And being like 6 years old, I was like, no, like just straight up, no, thank you. And they kept pushing me, and it was weird. It was almost like it was like my first, physical potential for a physical experience with with a girl. I was a young kid, so I wouldn't have known even what the implications of that were. But it's funny that first time that ever happened in my life, I was the one being pressured. I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't really want to, get involved in that. And eventually, like, I got under the table with them, and I sat there and I like watched them for like 30 seconds making out as sitting there as like a young kid, and then like 45 seconds, like a minute after watching that, I was just like, I'm just gonna go back out in the main train room. I'm just gonna go, guys, I'm glad we got to hang out, but I'm just gonna go hang out in the train room. So then I went back into the train room, got a $1.25 from my mom, got a sweet ass cheap root beer from this ganky, shitty vending machine, and then got free Twizzlers from the one next to it because someone forgot to get their shit out from the bottom. But that's the end of the story. First threesome, age of 6. Get at me, I'm a pimp. But it doesn't really count because I didn't do anything, and I was a complete puss and didn't know what was going on. But that's the end, and if you guessed that this was all made up beforehand, then you're wrong, because I didn't make it up. But I was really 6. The end. Amen. Love you.